Greetings everyone, welcome to the Sengoku Jidai. My name is Napoleon Complex, I go by Ludendorff from the Southern Forums, and today I am playing against SnuggleBunnies and I am playing the Akai, he is playing the Aoi. So, I think because he set up the match, I will be playing on this side of the battlefield. So let's take a look at what we've got. We've got quite a substantial stream. I don't know if that's a deep stream or not. And that could get in the way of both armies. So we're probably going to want to bring a pretty long line and try and get around the flanks. And also bring plenty of projectile units because they can actually survive against disrupted impact troops that are trying to cross the river. So I think the missile also will be important. I think the trash will be important today. Okay. Now we've got some forest up here. Now that will be good ground for my later Ashigaru to fight in because they are swordsmen. And I remember from SnuggleBunnies videos that I know that if spearmen are disrupted, that in combat with swordsmen, that unlocks the swordsman POA. But I don't know if being disordered by rough terrain has an effect. In any case, they'll be good to deploy here, or maybe on the flanks here as we go through the forest. I think I'll want to take all of the Sohei warrior monks because they're dirt cheap and they will be very useful for just using flank attacks and stuffing up holes in the line. Stuffing up holes in the line, stocking up. Closing holes in the line, whatever. I think I want the Yumi Ashigaru. I don't know if I want the large Yumi Ashigaru yet. Let's take lots of Teppo Ashigaru. And lots of Ashigaru spears. Don't want to bring any of the more elite art. We'll bring the Teppo Samurai. Their mobility should be very useful in this battle. Do I want to bring any cavalry? The thing is, the cavalry could get, I suppose for the sake of having something that's mobile, but my army is going to be very cheap in comparison to this. I'm so close to being able to afford the mounted Yari Hatamoto. Maybe I should drop some of the warrior monks. Because I only need 2 more points so I can get them. I suppose instead of bringing them I could bring more archers and some cannons. Alright, let's just go full mass army and see where the battle leads us. So I will accept that. And off we go. Okay, here we are. Here is my army. I wish I could get rid of all of this stuff, but you can more or less see the shape of my army. So, in the center, well, this is important. In the center, I have these laser Ashigaru. So these swordsmen will be quite good at fighting. They're medium foot. They're of swordsman capability, which means they should have an advantage against spearmen if they encounter them in the woods, and of course any ranged units they'll be able to encounter, and also they may be able to slip through the woods and then around the flank of any of SnuggleBunny's units as they approach this carve in the stream. If we're forced to advance, then they should be able to get through the forest no problem at all. And my other units, except maybe for this Yari Ashigaru unit, which will have to switch positions with later Teppo, these are all suited to wandering through woodland, and so we shouldn't be obstructed by the forests there. Might have to do a little bit of changing around to make sure we have a full line as we advance through the forest. I placed my samurai here, a general here, and that's because he may have to hold this crook in the river, so he may come under quite a bit of pressure, and that's why he's there. My various missile units, while out in the open just now, they should have the protection of the river line at this part of the battlefield, and if we are forced to come further out, then they should be able to fight. Well, the thing is, the line of sight's obstructed, so the woodland is a problem. But it will also obstruct SnuggleBunny's units, and I may be able to make use of the fact that both units are disordered by the forest in order to allow them to survive in melee a little bit longer while the rest of my line comes to their aid. We have some spear units in support of the missile units, and I have a strong flanking force of Sohei and Tebo Samurai. Well, this is a very weak flanking force actually. Most of my flanking forces are over here. There's quite a lot going on with the generals. I've tried to organise my troops so that they're reasonably close to their commanders. As you can see, in places I haven't always managed it. Who are you with? They're with that general there. So in some cases I haven't managed it, but most of my troops are with their commanders. And we are looking to travel through the woods, around the flanks, and then encircle SnuggleBunnies units either here, or if he's camped farther back, they will come out of this forest and encircle his army here. And even if you can see them coming, I've taken a lot of troops and he should have trouble avoiding encirclement today. So let's end the turn. And let's see. Oh, okay. It looks like so he's weighted everything towards his front line. In that case, I need to be on the defensive footing here. Let's see what he's got. I think he's deployed a lot in the wood line itself, so he's planning to advance through the woods and out towards my army. Alright, in that case, let us start to advance towards our defensive positions, because I need time right now. Considering that this is my first game of competitive Sengoku Jidai, it's quite fortuitous for me that this battlefield seems to be quite friendly for a beginning player. Because the terrain will slow things down, slow any shock aspect to SnuggleBunnies' army down, and I can begin to maneuver. I have time to maneuver around, so going to be a bit more of a relaxed pace thanks to the river slowing things down. Interesting how the samurai can move more quickly. Ideally I'd like to wait for him to emerge, but he might not do that. Because he'll see that this is here and he's got to think twice about coming out into this area here. So I suspect he'll change his strategy once he sees that all of this is coming towards him. I suspect that this wing is just going to have to advance as quickly as possible, because he will probably try to focus on one flank rather than coping with both of my armies, with both of my flanks at the same time. So what I suspect is going to happen is he'll probably focus on maybe the left flank, and I will have to swing in from the right. I just realised from the angle, actually this is my right flank, so I'll be swinging in from the left. Okay, next turn. Right, so the Tepa are going straight over to the other flank. Still don't know what he's got in the forest. Well, he can probably see all of my units. Right, give me a moment while I get rid of the annoying Steam message. Back. Right. My cannons in range? No, they're not. So let's see exactly what he's got here. So he's also put his samurai over here. I do outnumber him significantly on this flank, unless of course I think that's the limit of his deployment zone here, so I think that's all he has. So we'll commit to our flanking move. He might not even be able to see those, and he might forget about them as the battle goes on. So the idea is to move all of this stuff around his flank and then hit him suddenly from the side. Not sure whether we should move right up to the river yet, but I suppose moving the cannons up at least will limit his options. No, I think it does work for me to move up here. The only thing is he has archers here and I only have gunners, so he can probably bombard me from the river. I don't have any archers here, do I? Nope. All of my archers are over here. I should have thought about that. But I think I also did this by command group. I'm not going to move over this side of the river just yet because I don't know what's out there. On the other, Well, I suppose that's what I can use my Teppo Samurai to do. If I'm not willing to move out just yet. Okay, so he's got Yari Samurai and later Yari Ashigaru. I seem to have more of my best quality unit. Well, no, because I've got units of Yari Samurai here as well. Kind of much for muchness so far. Next turn. So just for a bit of context, this is early in the morning for me and I haven't slept particularly well tonight. So I'll need to be careful and make sure that my relative level of fatigue, oh there's 2 units of Yari Samurai there now, that my relative levels of fatigue don't drag me down. So of course you'll anticipate that I'll be moving my Teppo Samurai across the river to try and harass these and take out this choke point, and that's why he's moving his Teppo guns over. Well, I still need to conduct my reconnaissance. Particularly I need to know if there's anything in these woods or if he has any reserves hunting around. So we'll do that for now. And I'll move my forces into this little gully here. And they can sit there until I decide it's time for them to emerge on the other side. But I don't think we're going to be doing anything too much more drastic than that this turn. I will move into position and complete the lineup. But for the moment I want to know what's in here. And I don't think I need to do anything more complicated than that. So we're sitting just outside of cannon range, I reckon. I think there's actually a tool I can use for that. Yeah, 2 tiles out of cannon range. So next turn. Right, I have to be a little bit careful here. Because those Teppo Samurai, well I will get first strike against them, so that's okay. I am a little bit worried that my men might try and stand their ground. I'll go in anyway. I reckon I can get the better of this engagement. More or less. Why you scout, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, at least I know where those are now. And I have some idea of what his line looks like. I'll probably try and pull back. I'm a bit worried though, because I shouldn't have placed these guys here, I should have placed them there. They might not retreat, and that might force me into an advance. Either that or I'm going to lose these units, if I don't want to advance. So he's disrupted my scouting operation. We'll just remain where we are for the moment. I'm not going to come out rashly after him. Next turn. SnuggleBunnies is saying that this might be an impossible map for either of us. Noisy sirens. Hope everyone's okay. Well, he's within cannon range now. I'm gonna go close the windows. Okay, intermission over. Well, we're within cannon range of one another, so I suppose we can at least shell the artillery. The thing is, these units are going to take a beating retreating. Let's take a look at what he's exposed. So we have 2 units of Tepo guns. I know there's probably a unit here, but his line seems to be a little thin at this point. Now I know combat advances more quickly in Shadow of the Shogun. Right, let's play our hand a little bit. Because I need to do some reconnaissance and force on this side anyway. I think there might be something in these woods. So this is where this part of the battle is going to happen. Thing is, right now I'm actually within range of those cannons. I just realised. So this doesn't actually disorder units. That's important to know. So that's why he's kept his units behind like this. I'll adopt that stance for the moment. I'm being a little hesitant here, but it's just really to give myself a turn to think. Flash this side. Let's get these guys out of danger. This unit is unfortunately going to take at least one volley from something. Probably this unit. Let's go this way. And turn back around. No, we want to come back this way because we're going to take a shot. Disrupted. That's unfortunate, but well deserved, given that I was reckless enough to come out in the first place. So now my scouts have been, these excellent superior mounted infantry have been badly disordered. So we'll have to crawl off towards the flanks and regroup. Next turn. Oh, here comes the fragmentation. Huh. Well, we're still alive. Which is a lot more than I deserve for that result. Here we are. Ouch. Right, onwards. I rather think the issue is being forced upon us. We're going to have to advance, and I think I'm going to throw my weight towards this left-hand flank where SnuggleBunny seems a little thin on the ground. Stay in line, stay in formation. We can get across that stream, no problem. It's not the obstacle I thought it was. You know, let's force some action here. Yep. Excellent. He's got gunners back there, so I need to be careful what I do next. Alright, infantry start to follow up. Fought just pull them back for the moment, but they'll circle back around to join the attack. Start to swing in, but stay close enough to coordinate with the attack. You need to be far enough out that they can swing around the flanks, but close enough that they're still relevant to the battle. And I could just advance here. No. Let's not get goaded into doing anything foolish. If I have to go all the way around the forest, it'll take forever. But the cavalry could be useful flankers against troops in the woods. And that later Yumi Ashigaru is... I think what we'll do is we'll drop back for the moment into the woods. And I'll emerge, because he now has to either let me advance, in which case there's kind of gaps in his line, or he has to... or if he advances out, then he's got all of this to deal with. And those archers are partially protected by not being in the open, although their shooting capacity will be reduced. Next turn. Stop shelling my cannons, please. It's very rude. Oh, well that's not much better, is it? Got more Yari Samurai. This could be problematic. Especially for my Sohei monks, they're not very powerful. Alright. Well, given how much force concentration I have on the... hold on a second, let me turn this around so we can see. Considering how much force concentration they have on the right, it's not a surprise that they have quite a lot on the left. Let's see. Well, this stream is not protection for me because these are all warriors. They're basically medium foot. Goodness, that's however would protect me from the cavalry. I think I need to be in the defense in this flank. Problem is we're already across. I'm in a little bit of trouble here. I didn't think he'd have this much. In that case, we have to press on the right. Okay, at least the cavalry can avoid if anything nasty emerges. Right, so he has at least that present. Push up. Push here. Keep our options open. And potentially move in either direction, either to go around and flank this forest or move elsewhere. Shell those samurai. Move diagonally, we're going to threaten these samurai on the rough and concentrate our forces on this side of the battlefield. If I can turn, I should be able to move into gunning range next turn. Well, on the other hand though, we're right in front of those light guns. I don't have much of a choice at this point. I have to focus on down that left flank, that right flank. Well, it is Bunny's left flank. In fact, that would be one approach. Yeah, I'm going to throw my force sideways. Okay. And just refuse contact over here. Alright, next turn. He's coming straight after me. Gunners. Thing is, if I continue to retreat, he's just going to harry my troops all the way along here. Now I can offer some resistance. I have my Teppo samurai to cover the retreat. This is the kind of sudden move that gets me into trouble all the time. Where did they go? My cannons can't hit anything right now. I consider myself quite good at manoeuvring in a pinch, but this is a tough one. Goodness, he must have his whole army here. Should have expected that. I managed to disrupt his guns. I believe I can only move one. Oh, we'll reduce command and control. They can't turn around in time. Really? Take the general. That's my Field of Glory instincts getting things wrong there. I wasn't expecting. Really? Oh, he's got the general in charge here. I see. That makes sense. So it really does depend what he has on the other side of the forest. Of course, we're going to take another direct volley there. And I've got the rest of his army closing in on my flank, so I have to be careful. I might just need to leave that unit to take a volley and finish mopping up this. Let's think about that from the part of the column which is in the most danger. Reduce command and control here. God. We're caught up against the river. I think we're in trouble. Because this unit's in massive amounts of danger. I think they'll be flanked if they continue to run away. I thought I knew the movement rules of this game better than I actually do. We'll move them behind the river line. That will protect them from the mounted Yari samurai. Once again, I seem to have put my foot in it tactically. Alright, if we have to turn around and fight at the disadvantage, then let's do our best. Right. No, they're not reduced. That reduced command and control also has messed me up. Now it exists in Field of Glory, but it doesn't usually stop medium foot from moving effectively. It's this unit that's really messed up. This unit can get out the way. Alright. Turn around and threaten the flank charge there. And this unit needs to turn around to prevent them from blocking the samurai. The rules for when and how your units can charge are different in Shadow of the Shogun. Wait. Can't stop that Yari Samurai from charging, except the river will. I think the river might just put enough of an obstacle in their way. At least enough to let us form up. Because if it obstructs the Sohei, if it obstructs my thing is, I think that's just because I think the reason that obstruction is there is because my troops are out of command. But another reason why I don't want this unit here to get stuck in the forest, because their odds are terrible there, especially against units like these later Ashigaru who are in a very good position to deal with this. It's interesting that the warriors are severely disordered, because I figured that as warriors they would count as... Wait. Does that mean that the warriors will also be disrupted by the stream? But they're spearmen, I see. So large streams don't disorder spearmen. And okay, that makes that. I'm starting to see how this works now. Which means it won't reduce the range. So my troops are pretty much going to get massacred in the stream now. Let's move the rest of my infantry into the forest here, and I guess we'll move to here. Oh no, they can't turn! They can't turn! And there's no take-back commands in this game. I don't know, I don't understand. I wasn't ready for this, and I don't understand the mechanics well enough. I think I might be okay over here, but Bunny's going to smash my lines here. Okay, next turn. It appears I'm off the hook for the moment. Oh, well, with a few more turns I could have got the flank on that unit. Oh, it does tell me that there's nothing beside it. Really? Oh, well, they charged up the forest to achieve that. Thing is, he knows that... oh dear. Close. No cigar was hoping they'd over pursue. Wow, ouch, one volley. And Bunny, who clearly does know the movement rules of this game, very efficiently closed down my forces. Greatly disadvantaged. Wow, is the difference that great with the general? Well, I know the rules now. Don't know. Oh, their average quality. No? I really don't know why these units are in such a massive disadvantage. Oh, these are... No, even the combat strength, I'm not... Where is this mass... Oh, well, lose 33%. And my unit was badly worn down by something, apparently. By archer fire. Okay, this is making more sense. Well, it would make a difference, would it? And the cannons are being most unhelpful. Charge. May as well. They break off and fall back. That was... Yeah. Okay, so... No, I still don't know what's in this forest. I'm not going to stop the recording just to try and point count in a system I don't understand yet, so... Looks like we're stuck. So this unit's losing, this unit is winning. Let's just make sure that is a victory, and... Let's see. Now if I can block him off, I can win this battle in the forest decisively. Take the guns, they'll go down next turn. And that means he can't just turn to attack this unit because the guns will go down and then he'll be vulnerable. My gunners are in a lot of danger though from those laser Yaris. Let's just have a look at the combat odds. Yeah, not good. I could charge them and see if I can break the guns immediately, because that would free up the my units of Yari Samurai to act instantly in the next turn. And let's face it, I'm not exactly making good use of my firepower units anyway. It's a shame this unit can't be charged from here. Let's draw some fire away from and move those later Yari Ashigaru into charge range. Those raw Sohei are good targets. Warrior monks. And those Yari Samurai will be just as disadvantaged as my Yari Samurai if they're locked down in a river fight. So here's what I'm thinking, because he can move up his Yari Samurai with Red here. I could go right after the later Ashigaru, I suppose, and keep this flank covered here. Goodness, it's looking a lot better than it was last turn. But what I'd really like to do is lock down this Yari Samurai unit somehow. The thing is, it can move there next turn. And also, I still don't know what's lurking in this forest. It could be a flanking force for all I know. I'm very thin on the ground here, and it's not looking particularly favourable for me in this area of the battlefield. This is probably my weakest point now. Of course, moving the guns in has disordered my troops. Now those Sohei can charge, but they'll be threatened in the... Oh, both units can charge. I suppose I could drop back, but would that really be worth it? Because we could fragment. And then if we fragment, he could just move up and shoot at these later Yari Ashigaru. They get disrupted, and now I'm in trouble. And I can't turn because these guns are the priority target. I think I'll charge. Really, the guns held up out against that. So the later Ashigaru move in and engage, and okay, hopefully this unit just drops back. No guarantee that it will, but it's worth a try. So something can move up. If I move here, he could engage here, and something can move up here. I suppose I could still move my guns in response to that. I could also move this unit around to flank. I think I will keep this unit back for the moment, keep my options open. I just realised this unit has a general. Oh well. We might get hit quite hard there. And is there anything else to do? Yes, there is. There's lots to do. He's disrupted this unit. Okay, in that case we need to try to score a disruption in turn. Let's see, that would be a half arc of fire, I believe. So we'll turn like this instead. Good. Well, that's something. At least we're on equal terms here. Except here I'm facing his general. It seems like folly to try and disrupt that powerful general's unit. But I'll try my best anyway. God, these are dreadful odds. This is all looking very bad. Next turn. Good, we needed that to happen. How did I not see that? Because they were too far. I think they were here. I'm again used to Field of Glory. I'm used to not being able to charge from 3 squares away, especially on the diagonal. Goodness. Or to be honest, I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe I just missed it. He's panicked them. Okay. And now I'm stuck. Or no, well, we were winning here anyway. Problem is I can't charge any of these squares without getting flanked. That's lucky. Of course, he stuck them in forest, so the fact that they're disrupted doesn't give me any immediate advantage. So hoping that would panic them. And they're pursuing, so I don't cause much damage to them. Right, can't charge there because they're locked there. And charging there would be suicidal. Surprised we can't shoot here. Really? Pull back, I guess. They're pursuing. Let's hope that continues. Go back. We can get them in the flank next turn. It's better than taking a direct volley to the face. Any attempt to charge here will just get me flanked. Any attempt to move will just get me flanked on diagonals. So this unit is effectively paralysed. So I need to try and win over here, resolve this mess over here, and actually maybe there's something I can do. If I move here. No, because he could still fly. I think that's a priority charge target for him now, because this unit's in front. Give them the general. And now I think I can engage here, and that threatens the flank of all of this. Okay, that's a bit better, I think. This is still horrible, but next turn nonetheless. Just a small addition, I've moved my general over here, so at least he's doing something in this melee. This is just last round shooting. Well, that's good. Right. Hopefully we'll get rid of them soon. I need victory over here. Why did he do that? Oh, that was unfortunate. Right, we're getting the better of the situation. Oh, an instant fragmentation though, and look at the angle. That's good. I don't think he could see this, otherwise he would have stopped it. Oh, this isn't pretty. Who do I want to die to? By whose hand do I want to die first? I have no choice, I have to charge and hope they rally up. I could give up my flank charge, we are winning here. Let's see if I can protect them. Just blast them with whatever we've got. I think I'll actually move my Teppos here. That way when they charge it'll distract the enemy Yari Ashigaru. Right, what are we going to do here? I think I may as well take the flank attack. They held their ground, unfortunately. What worries me is we could end up losing this entire line quickly. But I don't think I have much control over how that happens. Oh well, we were going down anyway. I'm still trying to work out how we ended up in this situation. Did I not realize they were my troops? They were enemy troops. Well, this has been a disaster, hasn't it? Well, whatever we do, we're going to end up getting flanked. At least I managed to get one unit out of that disaster. Oh, and it just keeps on giving. Right. Next turn. This probably isn't going to last a long time. Huh. Right, so we finally got rid of this lot. You can see those Sohei in the woods. We're going to need to rush over and help with that. Under the circumstances, my best option is... That's unfortunate, and that's really what we didn't need right now. We're still stuck pursuing here. I don't think those Sohei have much steam left. Wait, these guys are still fine. Alright. But we are winning this central battle. I can't get that 41% chance to pay off. I wonder why he decides to engage here. I suppose we're evenly matched, but if that unit rallies up, he might be in trouble there. Oh. Oh, he's probably going to flank. Well played. Uh-oh. Need to remember the movement rules. In that case, we need to turn to face. Yep. And the panic spreads. Unless we can effect a breakthrough here, we're going to lose pretty much all of this. And that general dying was the nail in the coffin. Next turn. Well, that evens things up significantly. I need them to stop chasing things and come back to the fight. Oh, wow. We are about to rally up here, but look at how few of us are left. They're still pursuing, even as their mates get cut to pieces. Can't teach some people. Can't charge that unit type, and I can't charge that unit type. So that's them locked out the fight. These guys are trapped and about to die. Do I want to charge or do I want to get shot to death? I guess I'll die charging. I'll go hide in the woods. Of course that does nothing to pursuing troops, because they're moving too fast and close to friendly troops to help to do anything. He can lock that up with the spears. Possibly not. Wait a second. They can't turn because they're out of command and control. Well, we know what way this is going, let's just continue. It's not looking good. So what, I'm already thinking, what could I have done better? That's never a good sign when you're trying to think about what to do. I think I walked into a lot of situations where I didn't match my troops up well. A lot of my guns seemed to get disordered because I walked into his steady troops. While in a lot of cases he managed to get his weaker melee troops into my guns, and he managed to get troops around my slipped around my flanks. I didn't seem to have a very good concept of what was mine and what wasn't sometimes. So very elementary stuff in places. It wasn't a complete bloodbath. I got him to 18%, but that's not very good, is it? So yeah, there's the defeat screen. What would I do differently next time? I don't think the flanking idea here was a terrible idea. What I maybe should have done was concentrated my army on one side of the battlefield rather than spreading out through this entire area, because what ended up happening was I had a weak wing of my army which wasn't, and also I mishandled this wing because I tried to pull it back. If I'd been braver and I just stood my ground when I realised that I was in trouble, it would have worked, because that kind of retreat can work in Field of Glory too. But you can't get away with that in Shadow of the Shogun. Especially with this river in the way, and this would have got in the way of Field of Glory too, but I didn't grasp the seriousness on my position this flank. I thought I had more room to manoeuvre than I did. So anyway, that's a defeat, and well played the SnuggleBunnies for that there. So here's the casualties, and yeah, pretty grim day for the, I think I was the Akai? I just think I'm so new to this I don't even know what side I was on. Anyway folks, I have been Napoleon Complex. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the content. I will see you next time. And go lick my wounds. Don't let the Ashigaru grind you down. Farewell.